Hello, welcome. Today I have another ink review video for you. This is another one from the Birmingham Pen Company, and this one is called Voltaic Arc. I'm going to go ahead and get this out here. Here we go. This is how it looks in the bottle. Very nice bottles. And I will warn you that if you see an ink that you like on their website, they do sell out really fast. So although I will link this for you, it may not be there when you check, and that's fine. They do restock occasionally, so just keep an eye out for that. Make sure you sign up for their restock notifications, because I have found that if I hesitate even one day, everything just sells out and it's kind of a pain. So I don't want you to be disappointed. All right, this is how it's looking so far. All right, really pretty color. Looks like a deep blue so far. I'm going to set this under a fan to dry. I'll be right back. All right, and we're back. I'm going to go ahead and try this out on some copy paper. And I like to always test the inks on copy paper, because sometimes you're in a situation, maybe you're at school or work, and you don't have your fancy papers with you, and you just want to know if the ink is even usable on these inexpensive papers. Some inks perform really well and others feather and bleed and cause all kinds of problems. So, all right, this is copy paper. And that's how that looks. I'm going to set that aside and try the next one. And here I've got some HP 32. And HP 32 is also copy paper, but it's a lot smoother and it resists the ink really nicely. So sometimes you'll be able to see different special effects. There we go. HP 32. And if there are any colors or inks that you'd like to see me review, please leave me a suggestion. And if I have it or if I can get it, then I will do a review video for you. There we go. That's how it's looking so far. Still has that kind of a really dark bluish color to it. And this is Tomo River paper. Tomo River is a very nice paper as well. It is also very smooth, and it also resists the ink really nicely, even nicer than the HP 32. If you've never tried it, I highly recommend it if you have some nice fountain pen inks and you really want to see the full range of effects it can do. Tomo River. I have links to all the paper and stuff down below if you're having trouble finding it. And if these videos are helpful to you at all, or if you just enjoy watching them, don't forget to hit like and subscribe so you don't miss any. And of course, it helps me out as well. All right, that's how that's looking so far. I'm going to go check on the swatch. I'll be right back. All right, we're back, and here are how the swatches came out. So on copy paper, it's a really pretty deep blue. And you can see a little bit of shading actually here. It has that, like more of like maybe a medium to dark blue here. And then it turns into this really pretty, almost like a purpley color. It's really pretty. And you can even see in here how it's almost like shading where it goes from the blue to that purple, blue to purple, blue to purple. Very pretty actually. And then on the HP 32, it looks like a totally different color. Here is all these like purpley colored swirls, like more pink or red kind of. And here you can see it's actually the sheen. This is a sheening ink apparently. I actually forgot to check what this was. So it's a really pretty, really pretty sheen here. And then in the writing again, you see it goes from the blue to that sheen. And I think that sheen is what's causing this purpley color on the copy paper. It just doesn't look. It doesn't look much like a sheen on the copy paper. It just looks like shading. And on the HP 32, you're getting a little bit more of a sheen, but it is still just, it's more dramatic, I think, but it's still not super shiny or anything. So it has a really neat effect where it's going blue to that purple, blue to that purple, but there's more of the purpley pink color coming through now. So it gives a really neat dimension to that ink where the letters are changing color basically. It looks really pretty. And then here it is on the Tomo River. And you can see now the progression from this blue to this blue and pink kind of purple color to this really bright, like pinky fuchsia, shiny color with that dark blue underneath. And same thing as before, it's going from that blue to that pink, blue to pink, blue to pink. And the same thing in here, you see that really nice. It gives like a shading effect, except where it's that pinky purple color, it's actually shiny. So you see how the Tomo River totally changed how the ink looked, and all three of these look totally different in their own way. So if you like the color changing without the shininess so much, you might prefer the HP 32, or if you like the more subtle look, then this is perfect for copy paper. But if you want that really bright, shiny sheen, it's best on the Tomo River paper. So this is a really fun ink that seems to completely change depending on the paper you're using. So that's cool. And then here's how the swatch turned out. It's a really pretty blue underneath with a really shiny, like magenta-y, pinky purple color over the top. Really super shiny. And then here's how the writing looks up close. It looks really nice. So this is a beautiful ink. I'm really glad I picked this one up. Again, I'll leave a link down below. Hopefully they still have it. And thank you so much for watching. You have a great day.